kind of just tell us, what is Rail Safety Week? What is going on this week? What are you guys doing?
Yep. So this is the very first National Rail Safety Week. We're trying to raise awareness about safety around railroad property in the United States. About every 3 hours in the country, somebody's hit by a train, and we're out here to try and reduce that number.
How important is the initiative?
So it's very important because we're trying to save lives together by working with the community and providing them with educational information to help keep them safe.
You said that, that's pretty frequent. I would think that'd be a pretty shocking number for most people to hear, once every 3 hours somewhere in the country. What kind of situations are people getting themselves into? You'd think in 2017 we wouldn't be running into that problem.
Right. So a lot of people walk up and down the railroad tracks, use it for shortcuts, and that's a very dangerous thing to do. A lot of people wear earbuds while they're walking up and down the tracks going for a run. And that obviously reduces your ability to hear trains. We see very frequently people drive around gates at railroad crossings. Sometimes there's stop signs at railroad crossings that people don't stop for. So it just gets them in a position that can create an issue for them.
Okay.
And we were kind of talking about this before when we got here in the parking lot about it's not always just the vehicle accidents, but there's an issue with people trespassing on railroad property. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yes, a lot of people don't even realize the railroad tracks are actually private property. It's owned by the railroad, and so if you're on railroad tracks, it's trespassing in all 50 states.
What are some safety tips that you think people should, just some basic stuff for people to remember?
Sure, always make sure that you look both ways before you cross the railroad tracks. Don't walk on the railroad tracks because it's very dangerous to do. Even if there's lights and gates at a crossing, you should be slowing down before a railroad crossing and looking both ways, listen for the sound of a train, and those types of things.
Tell us a little bit about what it takes to become a railroad officer. I've never, I'll be honest, I wasn't even aware that really existed.
Sure. So, railroad police officer, to become a railroad police officer is basically the same requirements to be a regular police officer. All of us that work in this line of work have actually worked at other agencies prior to being in railroad police.
Okay, so are you employed by the city, or are you from Wausau?
I live in the area. Yep.
Okay, so are you employed by the Wausau Police Department then, or?
Nope, employed by the railroad and granted permission, granted public authority by the state of Wisconsin.
Okay.
Interesting. So what are your, your duties then, obviously, to keep people safe, keep people from trespassing on the railroad property?
Right. So our, let's find a good answer for you. Yeah. It's kind of everything. That's the problem. So we basically enforce all the state, local, and federal laws on or near railroad property. But our big initiative is going out and educating the public and doing enforcement at crossings and making sure that people are off of railroad property as well.
Okay. Anything else?
So I guess maybe just, circling back to Rail Safety Week, what kind of other things are going on this week? It sounds like you guys are kind of going all over the state, or what? Tell us about some of the other events or activities that you're doing.
Absolutely. So for all across the state, we've done some officer on the train initiatives in various communities. We have a couple scheduled yet for the remainder of the week. Where we place an officer on a locomotive and let them see violations from the engineer and the conductor's perspective, so that they have an appreciation for what those guys see. Trains don't stop quickly. A train going about 55 miles an hour takes about 18 football fields to come to a stop. So a lot of people don't realize that, and giving law enforcement that perspective to see that a lot of times is very advantageous for them. So we're going out today to hand out rail safety material to people that are walking in the area, just to raise awareness, because a lot of people just don't know that you can't be on railroad property. So that's our big initiative today, and there have been several of those initiatives this week throughout the state as well. Operation Lifesaver rode the Amtrak train between Milwaukee and Chicago today to hand out information as well to the passengers and make sure that they're aware of the safety tips as well for being around the railroad property.